Well, we're getting closer to being ready, so I condensed my tools down to basically a bag, and this bag has most of my just regular hand tools. This bag was recovery, or yeah, that's all recovery gear. And then underneath my seat, stuff down in here is there's silicone and electrical and stuff you don't use too much. It's kind of a pain to get it out of there, but it ain't going anywhere. So this stuff, I'll just throw a strap over, and that should be good enough for that. And then I've got a toolbox with all my sockets and everything, and that's something usually you want pretty handy. So I've done this before on a JK I had, and my tailgate's a little bit tweaked, but I made a rack that just goes right on the face of the tailgate here, and the tools sit right there, and you can put a little strap on it and lock it in or whatever. But you can just grab it right out of there, and it's super quick. So I've got, I thought I had some better stuff, but I got some wadded up, like 1-inch flat bar that I'm going to cut up and make kind of a holster for this toolkit to sit in. All right, I cut a little piece to length. I just eyeballed center and then just kind of eyeballed and left a little slack. But I'm going to bend this and bring it down the side of this and then bring it out so I can bolt it to the tailgate. This is just some 1x8 flat strap. I just have it in a vise. I'm just tweaking it. Nothing super crazy, but just make sure when you do this that your workbench is full of enough stuff that it'll all fall off as you do this, as you beat on it with a hammer. All these little nuts and bolts and my only pen I have, that all that stuff is sitting right on the edge. Alrighty, that's the main bracket, and now you can see I got to drill holes in this. That'll bolt onto the tub. And then now I'm going to run a piece that runs down in here, kind of the same thing, bends, and I'll have one here. And that'll just make a quick little pocket for this thing to sit in. All right, there's my other two straps. I just gotta bend these down right here and do the same little outward bend like I did on this. And I might put one maybe across on the bottom of this or something. I don't know. We'll see. And this mangled piece of flat bar can go back on my shelf to save my butt later on some other project. And there's my bent little second pieces there. So again, I cannot stress enough to how important it is that you have everything you've ever owned in your life on the table before you start beating on this. All right, well, I went ahead and drilled my holes and sent it off to the sandblaster. And yeah, I'm gonna get this thing welded up. There you have it, all welded up. This has got more boogers than a 3-year-old, but it'll hold the toolbox in, and it's lopsided and everything, but for a bunch of scrap and about 20 minutes of work, this should do the trick. And it's time for powder coat. So yeah, I've preheated this and should make my powder coat stick perfectly. So yeah, we'll give it a little shot of this, and this thing's gonna be done. We'll do the top side. This is the side that really matters. And my booger welds, even with grinding, look boogery. So we'll hide it. A little bit of powder coat. Yeah, you can tell it's the right temperature when it smokes when you paint it. So we're doing it right. Kind of hard to figure out where to put this thing when the tailgate's all warped and lopsided and my bracket is warped and lopsided, but I think I'm going to drill a hole right there and start with one and make her square and true to the world. I know I've mentioned this tool before, but this is just a riv nut gun, and it makes doing stuff like this super easy. You can just smush these things in, drill your hole, jam that thing in there. You squeeze the handles on this and it'll bulge out the nut on there and just keep it in your panel. So it makes it super easy, super nice, and very fast. And just like that, we've got something to hold the toolbox in. So it works out great because sometimes you just, the first thing you need is your tools. I was thinking about doing some kind of a lock thing in there. I don't know, just to keep sticky fingers from grabbing it. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it tonight, nor probably will I ever do it. So yeah, but I mean, I can shut my tailgate now if it'll shut. And it just clears my propane tanks and makes it super easy to get to. So yeah, not too bad for a little quick evening project. Obviously, this is something I just hacked together for this. This tailgate's mangled, everything else, but I just need something here, and we're leaving in like 2 weeks. So it got the job done, and it's kind of hacked, but I think it'll work, and it's probably permanent until this tailgate falls off. So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to knock stuff out and get it done. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll fill you full of more garbage like this.